Hello, I'm Darren Chapman with our Technology Advocacy Group here at Cohesity.
Hi, I'm Raj Dutt, part of Cohesity's product marketing team. And in this video, we'll focus on ransomware, an increasing threat.
That's correct. It's so much so, Raj, that we're seeing a growth rate multi-billion dollars per year in terms of expanding and enhancing the actual malware types of attacks that we've seen in the past. So a number of customers and end users have noticed a lot of entry points, right? So they've noticed entry points within the end user, right? Whether it be some end application, whether it be email or some other application. Beyond that, once they get into the end user status, they can actually go into the application. Once they're in the application space, they ultimately have access to the storage, and of course, once they're in the storage, they have access to the backup. And the backup is the insurance policy for most customers out there.
Interesting, you point that. Obviously, the technology has evolved over time, but seems like the criminal actors who are making or doing these ransomware attacks have also become very sophisticated. They understand that once they have control of the backup, they pretty much have their target logged in for ransomware. So let's look at how Cohesity as a complete solution offers, if I can say, a 360 ransomware solution, starting with how Cohesity helps to prevent a ransomware attack, detect, and in worst case scenario, respond to one. Looking at prevention first. As a multi-point or a multi-pronged solution, there are multiple lines of defense in a Cohesity solution. The immutable file system, our underlying technology, SpanFS, is a distributed file system that allows enterprises to have multiple unlimited snaps on the platform. What this does is it helps customers to meet their business SLAs with RPOs, but in a ransomware case, they can have many number of snaps on the platform without any performance impact. Let me say unlimited number of snapshots on the platform without any performance impact. This allows the IT admin to go to any point in time when it comes to recovery. The second line of defense in Cohesity is our data lock capability. Very similar to Worm, which is commonly in the space known as write once, read many. This gives the authority to the security officer within the organization to lock a particular snap for a duration of time. And what they can do is they can overwrite that duration by another snap. So example, if the first snap comes in and that's for period X, they can have another snap with Worm for duration Y with an overlap where there is always a copy that is fully protected. The interesting thing to know about this is it's duration logged. So even the security officer himself or herself cannot delete it. The third line of defense is two-factor authentication. We know that passwords get compromised every day. We see that in the news. In a situation where the password does get compromised, with two-factor authentication, the criminal actor will still need access to the two-factor in order to get into a Cohesity cluster. So prevention is a three-layer program. We know that ransomware attack doesn't necessarily need to happen from outside the organization. Unfortunately, it can happen from within as well. And assuming that there is a ransomware attack from within and you are compromised, how does Cohesity detect that?
As we mentioned earlier, one of the focus areas is the data protection or the backup space, right? So when we detect some, and Cohesity detects some change in your backup data set, you see a spike in backup activity. You see a growth in terms of the change rate. How much data is being backed up? How much data is changing day to day? Once we detect that anomaly, we can actually send a flag and alarm and let you know that there's a big change in the data protection space.
So given that Cohesity helped IT admin alert or detect that there actually has been a ransomware attack, let's talk about how do we respond to that attack. Because essentially your backup is only as good as how quickly you can recover your data. And what Cohesity does is with a scale-out architecture, Cohesity helps or allows IT admins to have multiple copies of backup and maintain them for a longer period of time because you can scale out the architecture as your business requirements grows. This also allows IT admins to have unlimited copies of snaps. I'll give you an example. In an Oracle workload, the IT admin actually has the flexibility to actually go and recover from any point in time, even between two snapshots. So with a scalar architecture, Cohesity makes that possible. The other important thing is quick search and recovery. Cohesity offers a Google-like simple search capability. Let me even call it Google-like search, actionable search, where users can literally do a quick search on the global data and application infrastructure with Helios and recover from the very same screen. They can either do a quick recovery, do a clone, mount the same data, but essentially it's an actionable search at a global scale. When a ransomware attack happens, we are not talking about 1, 2, or 3 VMs. We are talking about at scale. And with a legacy solution, the IT admin will spend a number of hours, even days, recovering their entire infrastructure. Whereas Cohesity very uniquely offers instant mass restore. It uniquely offers the ability to the IT admin to recover hundreds of VMs instantly. And how do we do it? Because it's a distributed file system, we allow our IT users to have unlimited number of snaps, which are fully hydrated. And given that it's a distributed file system underneath, we can expose that data as NFS or SMB to allow IT admin or the user to actually access that data from Cohesity while the recovery is happening. So they're not waiting for the entire infrastructure to come up. The data is available directly from Cohesity.
Sounds like there's, Raj, a lot of integration points, hooks into the other applications like VMware, like Google, and so on and so forth. So we offer this complete solution, whether it be prevention, detection, response, across the board for overall ransomware attacks. We can actually prevent, detect, and respond to that as quickly as possible.
Exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about business continuity. It's all about meeting business SLAs. And a single solution that offers the complete solution from prevention, detection, and response, well, that's a true enterprise solution. If you want more information on how Cohesity addresses ransomware attack or information on our data protection solution, I encourage you to visit our website. Thank you for watching.